Hey people, it's the Larry guy down the hall, and I need to let you know the new Apple TV is going to be available for order today, Monday, October 26th, and will be shipping later on in the week. Now, if you haven't had a chance to keep abreast of the new features of the new Apple TV, I'll give you a quick rundown. First thing, no 4K support, and no, it cannot be upgraded to support 4K, so that's a must-have feature. You're going to have to wait for the next generation if it has to be 4K and on Apple TV. But that doesn't necessarily mean the new Apple TV is without any new features. It does bring Siri, and it does bring an app store, which brings new apps and games. How many new games there'll be, or how many will actually get ported over to the Apple TV is going to may get, how should I say this? Initially there was a lot of a good chunk of excitement about iOS games being ported over to the new Apple TV, and a lot of games will play nice with the new Siri remote, but this can also act because of its trackpad and its motion controls. But that will be fine for the simpler games. More complex games would require the use of a gamepad, because that tiny surface area for the trackpad is not really adequate for games that were designed for multiple points of touch. And many of those games have been designed to support gamepads. I'm going to include a list of iOS games that support gamepads in the links below. And it's a lot larger than most people realize. I do understand, I'm aware there's some padding with some titles appearing more than once. Apple has recently decided that all games on the new Apple TV must work with the new Siri remote. And that's going to be problematic. That may be enough to deter a lot of developers from porting their titles over. Because they have to go through all the extra work of trying to not only get a gamepad support, if they didn't already have it, but also adding Siri support, the Siri remote support. It's just an unnecessary step. It wouldn't have been that difficult for Apple to just put a big warning. Let's say the new App Store is up right here, and you go into games, and it gives you three options. Games that will use the Siri remote. Games that use the gamepad will require a gamepad. All games. Now, all it would have to do is, with the intelligence and integration in Apple's system, with the Apple TV it has, it'd be able to tell if you had a gamepad connected at a previous point. They can. It's very frustrating for me. I just don't get this unnecessary barrier. I mean, you can just go. If people have never connected a gamepad to the new Apple TV, you can just give it a big warning. Warning: these games require a gamepad to play. There's never been a history of a gamepad being connected to your new Apple TV. Would you like to order one from the Apple Store? How hard would that have been? Well, a lot less hard than me trying to spit it out, but you get the idea. Now, some enterprising developers, I think they're over in Tel Aviv, I managed to get the original Doom from the 90s to work on the new Apple TV, just using the Siri remote. And I'm going to give you a quick clip of that. Now, given what they've done, yes, it is impressive, but it's still rather limited. And bear in mind, Doom is a 2.5D game, rather than a full 3D game, where all the vertical aiming is done for you. And you don't get the option of actually looking up or down. Everything is, your field of view is straightforward. One of the vertical axis is just forward. You can still rotate left and right. But, as you saw, it is rather limited, and it is something that should be allowable on a gamepad. Okay, covered the storage. When I mentioned 32 gig and 64 gigabytes of storage, that cannot be used for storing audio or video content. It's just purely for apps and games. But even with limitation in games, you're going to have apps galore from different various radio services and from clients for media servers. So that should open things up. The 32 gigabyte model is going to be priced at $150. Sorry, whereas the 64 gigabyte model is going to be priced at $200. And unfortunately, that is all I have for now. Till next time, take care.